I think after Osama, the next big dance anthem, Mohegan Sun, Oskambo, Murumba Pitch. What this song did for the three of you, MBO. Suka.
Beautiful.
Eh?
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Even now, your tattoos have goosebumps.
Wow.
Now. As if you don't know this song.
100%. Always sounds new all the time. Always sounds new all the time.
Mute. You know I'm always happy, man, when you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you, man.
All the time. Yeah,
there's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm a Leo, you know.
Yeah.
I think you can tell, huh?
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. The creative energy. Oh.
But I am.
Oh,
to some extent, I really am. I'm only open to people who are welcoming, you know, like yourself.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I keep to myself until you get to know me, until I develop some sort of safe passage to see me.
Yes.
You know, for you to see my full character. But I am generally a shy person.
Yes, God, is that a celebration of your birthday? Or it's just a plan? You just decided to drop it now?
No, man. That's how I get to drop my projects yearly.
Okay.
Some people got to pick it up, people who follow what I do, and some haven't as yet. But usually I drop an EP or a project between July and August.
Oh, okay.
August, obviously, to celebrate my birthday as an offering, you know, to the people who support what I do and to a possible new audience as well. For me, August is a very special month, not because of my birthday, because it's a breaker of what we've done halfway into the year.
Yeah.
So it's like a new life, you know, and then
because now we are flirting with spring.
Yes,
new beginnings.
You know, yes, everything's fresh.
Yeah,
in spring, you know, new life, and then as well as a continuation of what I'm gonna drop at the end of the year. You know, so that's how I do it.
Okay.
So it's like a story. You know, okay, I'm done. I'm doing part one. And then in between that, it's going to be visuals, it's going to be a tour, it's going to be merchandise. And then while everyone's still hung up on that, I announce my next project.
I like that. I like that. We'll go back to Yes, God, the project, because I think in itself, the fact that it's an EP or it's a remix project, but when you look at the talent that has touched this song, it's just something else.
Yeah, man.
A lot has happened since the last time you were here.
Yeah.
You also had a tiny desk.
I did. Yeah, no, a lot has happened. What
was going on at that event?
No, that event it's actually how it was interpreted. People don't understand, and I also knew trying to explain it is gonna be lost in between, you know. But one, I was never offended by that because what had happened at the event, the whole event was a mess, by the way. So it was one of my friends was like co-organizer as well, you know, helping someone who was owning the venue. But hot man who's not hands on. So with a couple of things in terms of sound, stage, lighting, alcohol. You know, the event was packed, and it was actually also what's also important. That event went from 3 years back. Not something recent.
Oh, it's not something recent?
It's old, yeah. So this is Twitter digging and finding something. Yeah, I mean, it's even something I reposted at the time. That's how they actually got it. Oh. Yeah, it's not something that was just found out of the blue. It's a secret. Oh, okay. So I thought it was recent. No, everyone thought it was recent. Yeah, but it's quite old. I can now talk all the time. No problem. You think I call it sorry. So the event was in Velkom, you know. Yeah, it was out of town, and I was set to perform at 1 a.m. But I think I was doing a daytime show in Johannesburg, and then we traveled from 8 o'clock. So we're there at the venue for sure before midnight, and then my road manager went in to like sort out the stuff they have to do, you know.
Yeah.
And he came back and said, we won't be doing the show, you know. I'm like, how? He said, everything is wrong here, and even yourself, you won't be impressed. So I tried to fight it because, remember, my friend is involved.
And then I see. Okay.
So I actually had a little bit of mini fight with my rep and said, no, but we're supposed to protect you. You're not supposed to go in there. You know, it won't work good for you. So I mean, in my mind, I'm also helping a friend of mine who's also hustling his way, you know. So I'm like, okay, let's get to an agreement. I won't do the show. That's okay. But let's go in.
Let me show face.
People see that I'm here.
Yeah.
Take pictures if they want to, and then, you know, we can definitely leave so that they won't demand a refund because it's just gonna cripple everyone.
Yeah.
So I was going in there for the sake of just being a good guy for for my guy, of course, you know. And then I went in. So where I was standing, it wasn't where the DJ booth was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you check the video, in the end, I walked towards a certain direction.
Yeah.
That's where the stage is. So, and if you also go back to the video and listen to that lady speaking there, she's trying to tell the people who are in front of me to move away. She's trying to take a video of me. Oscar is here, move away.
Yeah.
Like Oscar, you know what I mean? So it wasn't out of malice, that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was just a person who wanted to take a video of me. And then later, actually the person who took that video wanted a picture, and I took a picture with her and her friends. Because after that, I moved towards the stage. I checked the equipment. I'm like, okay, we're not going to play on this. I go back to where I was. Then we prepared to move out. Before we move out, I took a couple of pictures, and then we left. We went to the accommodation. And then when we got to the hotel, only then the actual owner arrives to pass apologies, to ask for a second date.
Yeah.
And it was one of those guys who are in politics, you know. He was in a bunch in a political party.
Yeah.
Drunk, I don't know where he was from,
you
know. But it wasn't a big deal for me. I was just doing it for my guy.
Yeah.
So that's the whole backstory from there.
I saw it. I was fascinated because you know what they say: a picture is worth 1,000 words. It depends on your interpretation. Until you ask the main man or the main character in the picture to give you the full story. And here we are, and which also paints a picture of what really happens in the life of a DJ, right?
100%.
Sometimes you go on trust, for that trust to be broken, and it's too late.
Yeah.
You are just an hour before your call it your performance.
Yes, 100%.
And nothing can be done to rescue that part.
Yeah,
it's too late.
Me, I always have that situation up until recently because I don't know, maybe I'm doing it from the goodness of my heart, but I always think of the people who came to the show before my selfishness to say, okay,
it's not about you.
Yeah. So sometimes, you know, in the past I'll play with bad sound, bad equipment, just for abantu.
How do you play Mohegan Sun on a bed sound? No, wait. We're gonna go into some of the popular Oscar Mbo songs before we go into Yes God, the EP. And even then, you're
not it's at a specific quality that needs to be maintained for us to be able to deliver, you know. And I'm always at loggerheads with myself before I speak to my team, because sometimes, because we travel to all these places in the country, the remote places also, so there's chances that the people who came for that specific show, they'll never see me again. High chances, you know, for many reasons, you know. Maybe to the future I won't be available for the shows. Maybe the people from that side won't get me in terms of maybe I'm fully booked. Maybe in terms of affordability also.
Yeah.
You know, growth also. You know.
Yeah.
So for me, when I get to a venue and it's packed and people are chanting my name and now the equipment is bad, and I also feel bad because now tomorrow the people who are
the one says the one says the venue.
Of course,
it's Oscar Mbo.
You know, Oscar is bougie. Oscar chooses where he wants to play. Oscar wanted this. Oscar wanted that. So sometimes we try, but then, you know, there's a show I really played 20 minutes because being a konagal, you know.
Yeah.
Even if you try. I played with the best. I played with the worst sort of equipment out there, but sometimes it's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, I played without a monitor.
Yeah.
Sound you keep a crowd. It's gonna be the longest hour of my life.
Yeah.
But we just do it for the people.
Of course.
Yeah.
What else happened that makes you say, you know what? Because for me, for some reason, it felt like it was a quiet 2 years of Oscar. I don't know if I'm reading it well.
It's not necessarily quiet, man.
Until Mohegan Sun, obviously.
Of course. Yeah. For me, it was actually since I've started working, the past 3 to 4 years were the biggest of mine in terms of growth as an artist and also as a business person in the music business. I think over the past 3-4 years, I've gotten to understand my role. I've gotten to learn, and how to navigate literally in the game. I've made mistakes I've learned from, I've got wins, I've got losses, but it's been a couple of years filled with growth.
Yeah. And growth comes from pain, by
100%, and pain works differently for me. It actually makes me push harder, because I never want to be defeated by a situation, maybe by a person, of course. But yeah. So a lot of things has happened, and it happens in terms of growth. From where I'm from, Hodman, it's more like the growth for me in terms of being an artist. The bar went high too quick, unexpectedly. So
it is that unexpected part, isn't it, that you need to manage, right?
100%, and I'm glad I was able to grab it before I lose it. So
because it can run away.
It can go.
It can slip through.
It can definitely go.
Come on.
Yeah. So during those times, that's where the learning curve was for a lot of stuff, and it was confusing for me because I'm winning so much.
Yeah.
Everything is happening, although it's rapid. Because I want to paint a scenario for you.
Sure,
where,
please.
My rise, or I'm not calling it rise because now I'm talking about breaking to the commercial space.
That's right.
Because I'm doing a niche sound, which is house music. It's not really that much glorified. And over the years, it's a perfect sound. You guys have been pioneers of the sound. Yeah. And you guys know that everything's got limitations when it comes to house music. You know? So life happens, we're working and I'm dropping my debut album, I'm dropping my next EP, I'm dropping my next album. And then out of the blue, now the rise is so quick, everything is happening so much. And then there's a genre which is silently dominating in the country.
That's right.
Which is Amapiano.
That's right.
So, like when I'm saying unexpectedly, I'm saying I'm not part of the people who have been counted right now.
In there.
Yeah.
You're on the sidelines.
Yeah, doing my thing, of which I've been forever happy about it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be the person who's doing his own thing without being noticed.
Yes.
Because I've seen how it's worked for people who are in the house music industry where they're just doing themselves and they're working and they're having a crazy income, So, and then in between that, now I'm part of this culture. Now I'm part of these people who are chosen. Now I'm part of these people who are also doing all these shows, who are now traveling the world, who are now, playing at the right places, And now everything's popping so much. And I'm like, in between that, I realize how much of many things I need, how much of people who've got knowledge of the industry who I need. I'm going to need assistance, have my own team, have my own office, have my own stuff. But then also, at the same time, unfortunately, there's no time to make all of that happen immediately because I'm touring. I'm touring so much.
24 hours is not enough.
So in between that, a lot of things happened which, later came out like, you could have done better, So it was a confusing stage. Yeah.
Learning stage,
where there's so much blessings and in between that now, the saying about the rain and the mud.
That's right. There's no blessing without a crisis.
Yeah, So work-wise, a lot of things got let off in terms of that, a lot of work relationships, a lot of things that I personally could have done better from. But I'm glad that it's something that we've been trying to work on for the past year and a half or so. And we're working on stuff just to cover all corners, man.
The best thing to do for any man is when you're knocked down is to stand up, right?
Yeah.
Dust yourself up and not lose the lesson. What was your biggest loss?
My biggest loss was losing specific people who I felt I had a bigger role to play on in terms of what I'm about. For me to be sitting on this chair someone had opened the door for me. I'm gonna put it that way, and I also have a role to do so for someone behind me, or for people behind me. That's right.
Paid forward,
So that's my loss. That's like I'm saying, that it's work in progress in terms of, for now it's still a loss for me until I say, okay, cool, we've got things under control 100%, but it's still work in progress, because I feel like I'm saying that I've always been about development and trying to assist people in terms mostly with information, with guiding, with opening doors, like I said, because I was also open for. So my loss 100% has been that it's not something of materialistic value or something tangible, but for me it's more
about that aiding that value
of what we can do for something future orientated, So, but like I'm saying, it's still work in progress.
All right.
Yeah.
It's Oscar Mbo. He changed his name. We'll find out why after this. I had Meg G and Sol Penduga last week. And Sol Penduga has a song called Iyaga.
Okay.
Of course, it's written Ijaga. Guess who goes on there and says Ijaga? Me. As if angazi ukuthi Oscar Mboyo wangifundisa ukuthi Iyaga bomb. Asambeni car 959 on the street on the air. Oscar Mbo is here. This for me is classic Oscar. This has become your signature. It's one of those songs that unmistakably says MBO is here. Another one is Grateful.
Yes, sir.
I'm shocked that there's still no video for this song.
Yeah, man, it's one of those songs definitely that I felt. I remember at the time when it dropped, it was one of the videos which I had a treatment for, ready to be shot, So instead of shooting both, I shot Moya Wami with Mahu.
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, okay, let's wait, Let's wait. So it's one of those very emotional songs,
I ain't have told you teka.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Somebody will be chopping onions.
So the video, I think I'll wait for something to say in me. It's time for it. But otherwise, it's been crazy because I just recently found out that the song is sold gold.
Wow! Congratulations, man.
Thank you. And we're like, no one was really looking.
Yeah.
One of those that's just there, and it's got so much growth unplanned. So it's doing well, and I'm gonna add up with the video probably when the time is right.
Let's talk about Yes God.
Yes, sir.
What did you decide on doing this? Guys, it's star-studded. Let's just mention the names that are on this project.
Yeah. Coco SA, C Black, Gabza the Small,
KG Smalls.
Yeah, now I'm trying to name the remixers. I'm gonna come to the originators.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, KG Small is the original. Yeah. Sorry for breaking your concentration. Yeah.
So is Coca SA, C Black, Gabba the Small, The Vanalists, Kelvin Momo, Bieber, Chama Music, Skivo, and a collective remix by Murder, Tuxin, and How Keys,
What?
And the originators.
On one album. This is madness.
10 tracks, Originators.
Imagine. Whoa. Yeah. Imagine. Ungene chemist, but yini? Ngathi ngineflunyana. Bakushaya ngawonke ama-vitamin plus nayo yonke into in one cup.
Ungaphinda ugule in your life.
That's exactly what you're doing with Yes God, right?
100%. It's something. I feel like it. Hence the title, Yes God. Hence how the whole thing. I feel like God also endorsed it. How I'd love for it to be like this, because we all try to plan. We all try to collaborate. Sometimes it's never to be. Because in this industry, everyone is pushing their own things.
That's
you
right.
Literally have no time. And, for someone to agree to be part of your project, people of this magnitude. I
was about to ask you that. How did you pull it off, man?
Yeah, people of this magnitude, it just shows you that it's just sponsored by God.
Yeah.
Sponsored by God, So there's a backstory to the whole project.
Tell me.
Yes, God was probably recorded 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it was done, KG Smalls, DSN, and then we had a sit down. How can we navigate this thing, So I'm like to KG Smalls, bro, can we delay the chat for now? let's just lock the project. Let's put a key to it. I'll hold the key.
Yeah.
Because at the time, we're doing a collaborative project with C Black, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and everything was just up in the air. There was touring, there was this, there was that. KG Smalls was doing his own stuff. He does a lot of events, actually, covers there in the Northern Cape area. You know, DSN was also just breaking into the scene. He had a big song, you know, at the time. And he was also recording, shooting stuff. And I'm like, no, man, guys, we are going to waste this thing. Let's just wait. You know? So while waiting, I dropped the album, Grievances 90-something, you know.
Yes.
The year ends, blah, blah. And then before the year ends last year, I called KG. I'm like, bro, I think mid 2023 we want to have something going on, but we can't do it as a single. It won't cover the ground that we need.
Yeah,
you know. So I sent the vocals to C Black when we were working on the collaborative project. You know, what we did. I said, yo, please see what we can do here. Because I knew it's going to be Yes God was going to be my next project.
Yes.
I said, please do something, let's see. And C Black did magic to it. I said, okay, cool, let's drop it as a dub.
Okay.
Yeah, on this project. And then have everyone who's going to be on the project on the title, you know, and then we're going to revisit the idea. So there was the introduction to the world of Yes God.
Oh, okay.
And I made sure it's titled Dub for a reason, because I didn't want people to understand. I didn't want people to get lost thinking that there's an original version for it.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So the introduction went very well. People loved the song. There was crazy reaction to it. You know, it's got this C Black touch. It's beautiful, you know. And then now, when we go back to it, so I'm like, okay, we can't drop this as a single because we already have got one remix. So how about we aim for a remix package? That's going to actually give, cover this whole ground for this title, this track the way that we want to, you know. And then it was an idea. KG Smalls hit up his own people that he's close with. I hit up my own people that I'm close with. You know, I'm like, yo, would you be interested? You know, everyone was asking, yo, when should you submit? I'm like, 2 months. You know, is that enough time? Yo, that's even more than enough time.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. But I knew that actually the time to drop it was 6 months later.
Yes. So you just wanted to get it in.
Get it in, lock it, put it in the vault, and then. So at the same time, the reason why I opted for it to drop mid 2023, a month before we had just dropped Murder's album, you know, which I'm featured in a big song in it.
Yes.
You know, I even told Murder, bro, like before we dropped, I said, my man, I won't drop music for half of 2023. I'm going to help you push this thing. It's going to fly. Yes. Please just work hand in hand with me and let's make this record. And we are currently on double platinum for Mohegan Sun, you know. That's how it worked. You know?
Sure.
So while I have Mohegan Sun, which is pushing me as an artist, you know, we have shows, we've got this, we've got Murder's story, because he has just come out from that own thing from his old group, you know, and then he's trying to tell his own story also musically. I'm saying, yes, God, wait. Let's wait. You know. So while we're waiting, obviously I'm hitting up people, you know, Jens, KG's up, KG Smalls also hitting up people, Jens, let's work. You know, I mean, by March, April, we had a couple of remixes, but I wasn't happy, you know. I'm like, oh, man, we need more. Like, let's go. So I think we chose out of like 20.
20?
Yeah. We chose out of...
So, wait a minute. So you had more than 20 people working on this?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
You know, it was very difficult to choose.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So how I looked at it is like many people globally are dropping music, you know. So one thing for sure, what we won't do, we won't go beyond the 8-track mark. I had planned for 8.
Yeah.
You know. And then because I know when it comes to listening to music on a Friday like this, you want to get 10 of your favorite artists drop projects. You know, who do you prioritize?
Yes.
And who you want to listen to for the whole day. So as I always tell people, the shorter the better. You know, even 10 for me was stretching it because it's actually an album now.
Yeah.
But then there was so much quality. You know, I said, okay, cool, let's go for the original and get 9 remixes. Whereas C Black's one has been out before, you're gonna get again, you know, and then add 8 more people. You know, to get to the other 8, it was very difficult. I really won't lie to you, but it's people who were also willing to go all out, try to be part of the project as much as possible, try to assist, person like Kabza was hands-on, say, yo, can I get my guy to master it, like one of his guys called me, yo, how can I reference the vocal, how can I do it, it was hard work,
Sure.
The Murder How and Tagzin remix took a while, at some point Tagzin was even like going through and creative block, and he hit me up, say, bro, patience, man,
Yeah.
we are gonna come back for it, Kelvin's Kelvin was on a roll, because I remember,
hello, private school.
that's a king,
Yeah.
He was also like on a roll. He was just excited because he was working on the next project. He has just dropped an album and he was working in studio, so I hit him up because we do Mondays together.
Yes.
At Gonka. I said, yo, bro, I need something from you, I said, yo, no, it's cool, send it to me. And Kelvin, like the way he works, he was like a robot.
Yeah, he does.
So I give him something. A few days later, we are sharing a gig, he's playing it. I'm like, what's wrong with you already? Yeah. Then he definitely submitted Chima Music. Also, he was working on it. He had also his own things on the side. It was working on personally, but he said he would dedicate the time.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful remixes. He's an icon. So it's a jam-packed project. I can speak about it the whole day.
Yeah. So of all the remixes, we may be wrong, but because we only had like yesterday and today to listen.
Yeah.
So we chose the Kelvin Momo, a remix of Yes God.
Yeah.
I also have my favorites there, and there are more than 5. So
it's a lot.
You have to come to one, and I understand you had to choose downgrade from 8 to just from 20 to this.
Yeah.
And then here we are. From that, we must just choose one, and whether this will be the one that sticks, I hope. Because it's so hot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Give it up with my sister.
I wonder which one it is.
Stick around after this. If you're in the office, Askis, you shouldn't be there. Not after this song. If you're driving to a meeting, I'm sure you're like, damn. This meeting started at 10:30, but I'm still in my car because of this song. Oh, my goodness. This is the Kelvin Momo remix. If you didn't know, Oscar Mbo. Just say.
My leader, I played this thing for so long. I know them from start to finish.
And we're not taking away from the other remixes.
No, not at all.
It is such a package that, depending, especially as a DJ Gugu Sukzwil,
shout out.
Depending on what you're playing at the moment, you can pick something from this project and play it.
Yeah.
You must listen to the bass line that Kabza the Small has put on this song.
To sing.
It's ridiculous.
Something beautiful happened when I was doing my birthday party on Tuesday.
Yeah.
My era birthday party. So as I was parking, I'm hearing Kabza's remix play, but because I know the time slots, I make the time slots. I'm like, this is not a piano DJ playing right now. How is he playing this? This? And who's playing? So I get off to go to my road manager. Yo, who's playing? No, this guy's playing. I'm like, beautiful.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And we haven't even touched Coco SA.
Yeah. 100%.
You must listen to the Coco SA mix.
Beautiful.
You must also go listen to the Vinylist. Oh my goodness.
Energy.
Woo!
Energy.
I'm telling you now, if I was still in the house space, me and my soulful house, the Vinylist would have been my version.
Yeah.
Because inukanga mnandi uyayizwa le yani.
Mamele iyahamba. So that was one of the versions I played a lot, especially abroad when no one knew about the project that's upcoming.
Yeah.
Because I really love, because it's got this build up.
Yes.
And then it kicks in like the bass somewhere there in the middle. So it's too beautiful. Nice to mix as well.
There's Afro house versions there. Anyway, get it. It's called Yes God. It's already available on streaming platforms. You can stream it like right now.
Yes,
right?
sir.
You're saying a full album December, right?
Yeah.
Or before December?
Yeah, just before the year ends.
Give me one name. A vocalist. One. I know you're gonna have a vocalist. One. And hopefully a lady this time.
You know what I'm gonna do instead?
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna preview the album before it goes anywhere with you. Exclusively here, KFM.
Shala.
Got you.
That's why you're tall.
Yeah.
You can see the future.
So I'm gonna come through and then we'll say that. Because if I'm gonna give you a name, I'm gonna kill my plan. Won't go to try to feature that person. So
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just lock it. Let me just try and lock it.
I think let's take this time to shout out to Umtogo. Hey, my son.
Mr. Masond.
Thank you for dressing this man.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Depa M.
Yes, sir. That's a classic man.
What?
Sharp. Also had a birthday 2 days back. He's a Leo as well.
Oh, is it?
He was
my son, Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm also seeing him tonight in Cape Town. He's there for his birthday week. I'm also working there tonight for my birthday. So I'm going to meet up with him later.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find Depa M on Instagram. Follow Oskambo. Check the suits that Oskambo wears.
Yeah.
That's Masondo right there. That's Umtogo. That man just knows how to, put it together, right?
It's too much.
Too much.
He's too much.
Bro, I'm all the best. Thank you so much for the music. And I can't wait to listen to the new project, man.
No, thank you.
Anything else we need to know about coming up?
Yeah. There's a project I'm involved in by Zulu Mafia.
Oh.
He's dropping a 6-track EP called What is Zulu. There's a beautiful track that we did a collab on. DJs have it here and there because obviously for the promo. I'm going to try to get it sent to you by today. I'll speak to my people.
Oh, lovely.
And then, there's a lot of remixes that are on the way. Just that I can't speak about some other stuff because I need to get people's plan on how they plan to drop that I'm part of. Otherwise, there's a Yes God tour coming up. There's merchandise on the way.
All right.
And definitely visuals for the Yes God track. It's doing well. It's #1 everywhere. So it's doing well. So it deserves a video.
All right.
And then a full project before the year ends 100%.
This man is so on point. He is so relevant. He's wearing pink for Women's Month. Last words for the women?
Siyabonga for raising us, raising our kids, protecting our dignities. Just want to ask them to please proceed, guiding, protecting us, covering all the stuff that's not supposed to be out there, Thank you so much to the older ones, our parents, our moms, our Kokobit. And I'm just sending strength and love towards them the whole time, man. Respect.
You and I are here because we have praying women behind us, right?
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oskambo, keep shining, my brother.
Thank you so much, brother.